I'm here with junior Abby Thelen, who's transitioned into an all-around-the player this year on the volleyball team. So we're going to go all around the court with her. Starting right front, Abby, what goes through your mind when you're about to jump up and go for the attack?
First, I try to see the blocker's hands. I want to see the outside hitter, and I want to see the middle, if the middle made it all the way to the pin or not. Because usually if she doesn't make it there, then I'll have a hole, and then I want to hit the hole.
All right, walking to serve, what goes through your mind when you get to this position? What goes behind your serve, and how do you get an ace?
Obviously, I want to put a tough serve over to the other team because I want to take them out of system. I want to make sure that they can't run all of their hitters. I want to essentially give them a really tough serve so they can only set one person. Usually they're outside, so then we can go trap them.
Transitioning into serve receive, this is something different for you this year, playing the back row. How have you really turned into one of the team's leaders in dig so far?
Over the summer, I worked really hard on my serve receive and defense game. I really try to focus on getting back there and being confident and getting behind the ball, especially when the serve comes over the net. You want to make sure you're lined up and that you're lined up with the setter also.
When the other team is about to go for the attack and you're in this position here, how do you really change your body in order to get the dig and make sure that they don't get a kill?
This is something that's kind of similar to hitting. When I'm in middle back, I look at the block. If our middle made it to the pin or not, I'm going to see if there's a hole, because usually if there is a hole, I'm going to step in that hole because that's usually where the hitter's going to hit the ball. And usually we have a defense that we set that we say we're going to use before games. So it's either if I'm going to the line or if I'm going down this way.
Coming up here, outside hitting, what goes through your mind when you see the setter and they're about to set to you? Is there anything specific you like to think about?
Once again, I look at the block and see if the middle made it to the right side blocker's hands, or if she's giving me line, because then I'll try to swing down the line or not. Or if both of them are closed, I'll try to tool them and hit off their hands, and then so the ball goes out.
So how has having that middle blocking experience under your belt help you in this position?
A big thing with being a middle blocker is you're the main blocker. You have to move from left into the right, and you're always expected to close, and you have to be always on your toes, and you have to be really fast. So I think that's something that's really helped me on the outside with blocking and putting a big block and setting a good block for my middles when I'm on the pin.
And to wrap up, Abby, do you enjoy playing all 6 rotations as compared to playing just a standard upfront offensive position?
Yes, definitely. I love being involved in the game, and I like being in the whole time, because it just gets you so much more fired up, and you hear the bench screaming, and that's always just so much fun, and you hear the fans and everything. But I really like it because I like being more involved in the game, and I feel like I'm doing that on the outside and playing back row.
Abby Thelen, and having a successful season, becoming one of the team's leaders in all categories.